You know, when you mention something seemingly small to your partner, like, I'm going to go out with my friends after work, and you see your partner's energy completely change, you can tell that they're upset, then you're frustrated and you're out with your friends like, I don't get why they're so mad about this. Or maybe you let your partner know, I'm going to watch back-to-back football games this weekend. And now they're in a big huff and you're thinking, it's not a big deal. I do so much. I work so hard. I deserve to relax. In either of these cases, and all the other places this happens, we usually get stuck wondering why they're so mad, and then we understandably feel mad. What if I told you there's another question you could be asking yourself, one that changes how all of this plays out? It actually protects your mood, and it can bring you closer together. I am Lindsay. This is Loving with Intention. Let's dive in so we can shift the whole vibe. And this is another one of my weekend bonus videos that still have no name. Maybe it will have no name forever. And we're just going to talk about, I'm going to get to this question really quickly, this question that you can start asking instead. But first, just really painting that picture of what happens when we get stuck in this pattern. When we are thinking, why are you so mad? We start telling ourselves, doesn't make sense that you're mad. So it makes us even more frustrated. We attach stories to it. You know, you don't want me to go out because you're controlling, or you don't want me to watch football because you don't appreciate everything that I do. Of course, that gets us more and more entrenched in feeling angry, frustrated, upset, disconnected. And then our partner feels totally misunderstood. They feel even more frustrated. And then this cycle just repeats. And this may just keep coming up even around the exact same topics. Like maybe it is always around watching sports, or maybe it is always around going out with your friends, or maybe it's always around being late for dinner, or whatever the topic is. These things can just keep coming up, and they really do keep coming up when we stay stuck in that question of, why are you so mad? So instead, we get to let this question be a cue for us. So if you find yourself thinking, why are they so mad about this? This is where we get to shift. This is a growth opportunity. Shift it into compassionate curiosity. Because why are you so mad? There's a whole other video about why. I'll actually put it at the end of this video. The word why, it sounds like a curious question, and it's often criticism in disguise. It's often, blamey and attacky. You're not really wanting to know why they're mad. You're saying, I'm not saying you, like getting mad at you for doing this, but a lot of people, when they're using the word why, they are saying you shouldn't be mad. Like if I said, why did you hang the picture like that? I'm not wondering why. I'm saying you shouldn't have done it that way. And this is often the vibe that comes with, why are you so mad about this? Why are you so frustrated about this thing? So when we shift it to actual compassionate curiosity and start to ask a different question, like, help me understand what's going on for you. Help me understand what feelings are coming up for you. This is that place. This is that place where we actually get to shift things until we understand what's actually going on and stop believing the stories that our brain is making up based on our past beliefs and our history and the way we view the world and all of the things. This is where we actually get to create change when we understand what's coming up. So, maybe instead of you're out for dinner questioning, why do you get so mad? Maybe you even said it out loud to your partner, like, why are you so mad about this? And then you leave. Imagine instead you ask them, what's coming up for you? And they softened because they can feel that it's coming from a compassionate, curious place, and they share with you. And this is the thing, it's creating safety. Just keep going on tangents. We're not even getting to the point. We're getting to the point, I promise. It is creating safety. You get to create safety in their answer. If you're asking from a compassionate, curious place, you actually want to know there is no wrong answer because you're looking for their feelings, their experience, for them to share that with you. So you're holding space for this. You're asking them that question. Imagine you ask them this and their response is, I just haven't seen much of you this week and I would love to spend time, and I was really hoping we could watch a movie, and I didn't talk to you about it today, but I really wanted to do that. Imagine that was their response. It wasn't that they're controlling or they're just a jerk. It was actually that they wanted to spend time with you. And just imagine, again, in the football example, that you said to your partner, help me understand what comes up for you when I want to watch football. And your partner shared with you, it takes up so much time on the one day off that we have together. And then I'm running around doing all the things that need to get done, and we don't get to spend time together. And this is where we get to hold space for those responses, because it could be so easy to be like, well, you don't have to take that out on me, or you don't have to be a jerk, or I don't like how you approached that. And instead, when we can see their experience, we can validate that. We can say, it makes sense. that you didn't want me to go out when you wanted to spend time with me tonight. I didn't know that, but now that I know, it makes so much sense. Or it makes sense why you get triggered and you get frustrated around watching sports this weekend, because you want to hang out and you want support around the things that need to get done around the house. Both things can be true. It can be okay that you want to go out with your friends, and it can make sense that your partner wanted to spend time with you that night. Or it can make sense that you want to watch football, and it can make sense that they wanted to spend time with you and wanted support around doing the things. So when we hold space for all of this with such compassion, this is where we get to shift things. And that doesn't mean that it was okay that, maybe they rolled their eyes, maybe they made a snappy comment at you. And this goes for men and women. Men and women are on both sides of either of these things. On the side where, they're looking upset, or they're using relationship poisons like criticism, or like I said, eye rolling, or energy changing, or they're on that other side of going, I don't get why you're so mad. Why are you so mad? So we can flip the roles anywhere here. And when we can get under the surface and wonder and look under and get really curious about what's under there, this is how we can shift things. This is where possibilities open up. Because if you knew that, oh my gosh, like you just wanted to spend time and watch a movie, then maybe this is where you just get to plan. Okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to come home actually an hour earlier so we can watch our movie. Or now we're going to plan for a date, and I'm so glad that you told me that. This opens the door to so much. And it also opens the door to creating connection and you being able to bring up that it didn't feel good the way that they let you know, and you wish that they had just shared their feelings. And now that you've given them this safe space to share their feelings, that creates evidence for them that they can share their feelings in the future. And we get to do this again and again and again in our relationships. So the next time that you catch yourself thinking, I don't get why, or why are they so mad, or this is so frustrating that they're upset, when we can shift that to, I'm actually really curious about what's going on for them, so much can change. So much can change. And of course, if you're upset about something, you can ask yourself that very same question and get really curious about what's coming up for you. And I talk more about wonder and look under and getting curious about what's underneath certain relationship poisons that we do in my Love Journey Roadmap. And you can just comment the word roadmap below and I will share it with you. And I'm going to pop that video on the screen about the word why, because it is a sneaky, sneaky word that looks like curiosity, but often is not. So I'm going to pop that on the screen, and I'm sending so much love into your day. Remember that nothing changes if nothing changes. So let's have a super intentional week. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.